around, came out, flipped the offensive rebound. A kick out for Foster. He'll reload and knock it down.
A three-point shot off an offensive rebound. Jon Scheyer calls that a Duke shot, and it puts Duke up 20-5.
17 straight. Notre Dame hasn't scored in 8 minutes.
Something that we've always done as the season progresses is you tinker. You don't completely change for the most part unless something's really not working. And for us, you know, we're scoring. We're scoring a lot actually. But you need to tinker. Different actions you run can be lineups, can be anything on offense because you're scouted so heavily. And so for us, having the game-to-game preparation where you can adapt what you're doing, who you're going to, depending on one, how they play you defensively, but then two, how defenses adjust based on what you're doing. And so we'll continue to adapt and evolve as the year goes on, and that's something that's been really good for us. Make sure we keep defenses on their toes while still being true to our identity of fighting for the rim, shooting transition threes, going to the offensive glass, and being who we are.
Final 8 seconds. McCain, a three at the other end won't go. The rebound for the Tar Heels, and that'll do it. The final 2 seconds tick off, and the Blue Devils fall on the road, 93-84, the final score.
Well, one, you have to credit North Carolina for the game that they played. They were ready to go from the jump. They had great togetherness. They made shots. They really got out in transition. And then for us, thought we took a step back with how we've been playing. I didn't feel it was uncharacteristic of who our team has been in terms of our togetherness on offense, and then the toughness that we've been playing with on defense. And you know, the loose balls is a prime example. You can point to different things with the game plan and following a scouting report, but for us as a staff, the real difference was getting the 50-50 balls, and they came up with them. Turned into 16 points for them. You lose the game by 9, and that's the difference. You know, we weren't able to string together stops in the second half, and I think the biggest thing that we've talked to our team about is we were playing on our heels. You know, you have to still, when you're guarding your man, you know, we talk about guarding with impact. You know, you have to have activity on the ball. You need to move 5 guys together, and we were too much one-on-one, you know, on and off the ball, and that's something we haven't been doing. We took a step back with that, but when you're down, that's when you need to come together the most, have that impact and resistance, and figure out a way to get a stop.
Backdoor, Davis catches on Proctor, goes up, blocked by Flip, and the rebound for Tyrese. Racing across midcourt, just over 5 minutes to go. To the left, McCain a three. Good. Jared McCain hits one. He's got 18, and it's down to 8, 77-69, with exactly 5 minutes to go.
Overall, for us, it's the fight. It's the fight you have to have in every single game you play, especially if you're playing North Carolina on the road. They have a really good team. You can lose to them and still get the loose balls. You know, that's just the price of admission, you know, in order to be in that game. And so for us, it was disappointing. It was really unacceptable. And our team has taken responsibility. I've taken responsibility. We've come together, learned from it. And we have now a long way to go for this second half of the ACC play. But getting loose balls, fighting every possession, every second you're on the court, that's the standard for us. And everything else comes after that.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. They say Coke Zero is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. And just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Real steel. Find yours.
I need to try it first.
Cadeau going to try another three. Missed that one as well, the rebound for McCain. So down by 11, here they come 2 minutes into the second half. Jared to drive, got right by Cadeau, scooped it up and in. Wow, what a spectacular finish for Jared McCain, and he's got 11.
Every game is important, of course, but now you in it where every possession matters. Every standings, they matter. Every game is a big game, and it always is. But it's heightened at this time. The pressure goes up. You're a month away from March. Teams are trying to make it to the tournament. We are as well. Seasons are on the line. It's important. It's important. And so we tell our guys, we want to save your bodies. Take practice, for example. But when we practice, we got to practice hard. You can't skip any steps at this time, because what you're preparing for is you want to make a run. The best teams have always gotten better towards the end of the season going into March. And the same rules apply. We want our guys playing and thinking together, strong huddles. You should know the game plans, the preparation now, mentally where you at, physically where you at. Are you together? Are you guys really fighting for the one common goal, and that's to be champions? And it really turns up at this time of the year.
For Tyrese up top. Dribbles to the right, trying to drive Couture. Got to the right elbow. Couture nearly fell down. Tyrese on the drive. Wow! A blur to the basket to lay it in off the right side.
We've been through some battles. Some battles. The schedule we played, that's the reason why you play that schedule. You're not going to win all the games when you play a tough schedule like we had. You take the Arizona experience. Played Michigan State, Baylor in New York. Losing to Georgia Tech when we lose Tyrese Proctor, and then you lose to Carolina. Of course, those are all learning experiences. But you got now that the talk is over. You've had enough experience. You've gone through enough battles to know how you win, how we have to win, and moving forward, it's really no excuses. Now it's you're either getting it done or you're not. And for our guys, we're gonna continue to hold them accountable. And if they're not doing it, we're gonna hold them accountable. But you should hold yourself accountable. I always say this: the best teams they take ownership over their team. They take ownership. Where now, if it's a coach-driven team, you'll be good. You'll be good. You only go so far though. But when the players take ownership over the team, that's when you have the best team. So we're teammates. I should be able to get on you like, yo, man, come on, let's go. You need to get that stop. Like, we need this. It's no like, man, it's none of that now. It's now we ownership. This is our team. We have to do it. And those teams are always the best. I'm sorry I get a little passionate, but like that's the time of the year it is.
As Mitchell faces up top, Davis sags off of him to the left. Roach trying to tie it, and he does. And now out of there with it is Caleb Foster, ahead to Jeremy Roach to dunk it down. The other way it's Roach, one-on-one with Coleman, put it off the window and down, and a chance for three. Loose fed it to the left and Roach, 5 to shoot. Dumps it off to Mitchell to dunk it down.
You know, Jeremy Roach has been really good for us in terms of leadership this year. You know, we go how he goes. And so with him being back, he's still not 100% healthy, but he even has to take it up another notch in terms of leadership. And he's been really good for us this year. But now he knows because he's been through it. He's been through it for 4 years. Like we need Ryan Young. We need the sophomores who they're now elder statesmen now. Like we need everybody to turn it up a notch, and that's going to be our identity. It's the older players because the freshmen and look, they're not freshmen anymore. You know, they play 21 games. So now they're not considered freshmen anymore. Yeah, they're freshmen, but so we need everybody to kind of take ownership of the team, and that's the identity of the team. If everybody is taking owners, the leaders who now they're taking up another notch, and then now the freshmen and they come along, I think we can take off.
Here's Konechny trying to drive into the paint, scoop it up. Oh, blocked by Stewart. Proctor saved it to flip, and here we go, 4-on-3 the other way. Lob it to Stewart to throw it down. Cameron in a frenzy, and the lead is 12.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Duke's new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics, where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists, where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory, where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
When you're injured, you should not be ignored by the insurance company.
We know the amount seems low, but this is what your case is worth. Just click here. We understand you can't work. Click at the bottom. You want more.
Call a law firm that will fight for the justice you deserve.
You weren't gonna click that, were you?
Tell them you mean business. Call the law offices of James Scott Farron on the Hurt Line right now.
You can have live college sports in your hand this year with the brand new Varsity Network app. Hear live, play-by-play, and keep up with your favorite teams and audio broadcasts no matter where you are with this free new app. Be sure to download the Varsity Network app today.
Duke Basketball 360, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
12 to shoot. A drop on Roach into the paint. Some scoop. Missed it. Rebound fought for. Young and Foster. And now Young fighting. He's got it and he's fouled. Wow, Ryan Young, a revelation down the stretch.
The bench has been really important for us. You know, we've had several games where somebody off the bench has either closed a game, had a big time spurt or segment throughout the 40 minutes where they got us back in the game or they got us a lead. And we're never afraid as a coaching staff to go to the bench to find something that we're looking for to key time. And we've talked a lot, especially after the past couple of games that we've had, where you never know when your number is going to be called. You just never know. And so our team's staying ready. The guys that haven't played as much have had amazing attitudes, working really hard every day, and they have to be ready for their name to be called, because there's always a time. If you look back through the history of our program, the second half of the year down the stretch, foul trouble, injuries, even without those, when the bench is going to come in and win us many games. This is a huge play by Ryan. It's when we were coming back against Georgia Tech, and just his persistence. It's easy to assume a make, and we always talk about assuming a miss, and he does a great job of that. Here, collecting himself to finish inside. He's just the epitome of a great teammate, has great poise, and has great hands, especially in traffic. Here again, Ryan being in the right place at the right time. Ryan gave us a huge lift at Virginia Tech, played with the physicality, he rebounded, he passed. That was one of the biggest plays of the game, three-point play, and he's brought just his assertiveness and leadership. And how about him dunking? That's not bad to see that either. I think back to Ryan throughout the year. This is one of the biggest moments of the year for us against Baylor. And Ryan came in off the bench, Flip was in foul trouble, and had this great sequence of plays. Probably the best pass on the year. We hit him in the pocket, and he made a great read to hit Jared for the three. Sean has brought great energy the whole year, and his offensive rebounds to kick out threes have been great. He can be as good of a defender that we have on the team, dives for loose balls, running the floor. His energy has been terrific for us as he's continued to develop and grow as a player. Love seeing him finish inside. And then he gave us a huge lift at Louisville with blocking shots, defending 1 through 5. He does that as well as anybody that we have. And then Jalen Blakes has been this guy for a couple years now, but just the energy that he brings is contagious. And Jalen's a guy that stats don't tell the whole story with him. It's how he talks, it's the energy that he brings, it's the unselfishness. Jalen here, we call it catch and face. It's a great catch and face and finish. And then he's always talking, he's always bringing energy on the court. And then we love when he's ready to shoot, catching on the perimeter. Our drive and kick game has been great. Here again, feet set, and he works as hard as anybody in the team on those plays. But the thing that he does, this is an example. We're down at this point in the game. He blocks a shot, and it translates to 2 points for us.
So earlier in the first half, I remember I got beat guarding full court, and the guy got a layup, and it was kind of same scenario. And for me, I was like, I can't get beat twice. And I was like, all right, so I just got to, recover. And, luckily I was able to get the block, and it turned into Jeremy's and one, and then Flip got a steal, and he got a layup, and then he hit a three. So I think for me, it was just not giving up on the play. And I think that is a trickle-down effect to it spreads, it's contagious throughout the team, and that kind of energy of not giving up on a play and, willing to do whatever to win. So I think that's kind of what became a contagious energy throughout. For myself, it's just, at the end of the day, I want to win. And for me, whatever I can do to get to that point of winning, I'm going to do. It's not about scoring the ball. It's not about how many assists you get. It's not the pretty stuff that ends up getting you the win. It's the dirty, the hard work, the dirty work that really is what winning is about. And I think for me, it's just taking pride at doing that stuff. And, at the end of the day, if we have a W in that win column, then everything's good.
Jalen's got a unique position. He can come into the game for 6 minutes sometimes. Sometimes he plays, 15, 16. But whenever his number's called, he's ready. He comes in no matter, like I said, 15, 3, 4, 5 minutes. He's going to give 100% energy and effort. And, like you said, the winning plays that he makes on a regular basis is huge for us. And, it's what got us back into the game against Georgia Tech. You know, he just started a spark for our defense, and you know, it just you know, touches on everyone else and allows them to get their energy going. A lot of things that he does don't show up on the stat sheet. You know, he's one of those guys that you love to have on your team and you hate to play against him. You know, he's just a dog on defense and changes that whole tempo, whole energy and effort on the defensive end. And then, you know, he just plays his role on offense. He's not a guy that's going to try and go get 20 points a game. He understands his role and just tries to make others better.
The buzzer beater, that moment when time stands still. Our collective breath held as the ball hovers above the rim. But almost a third of those shots were set up by a passer who made the smart choice. Throwing an assist takes trust, IQ, and total confidence in your decision. And the greatest one? My pass to Leitner in '92 wasn't too bad. Continental, the smart choice in tires.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? Everyone agrees on the best team in smart home security. CPI.
Statistically, the world is losing color. But who wants a gray world when we could have this? Honey yellow, periwinkle, indigold. Things stay the same when the same is where you stay. But in hundreds of Delta destinations, simply opening your eyes can open your world.
We still believe in the American dream.
A dream filled with promise. A dream filled with commitment to our neighbors and our communities.
Where we work hard and succeed together.
Where we take care of those who serve for us.
SRS delivers with integrity and purpose.
Through the fastest growing family of independents in the country.
Company by company.
Person by person.
Rooftop by rooftop.
SRS Distribution delivers more than building products. SRS delivers dreams.
I'm excited about the second half of the ACC season. I really like what our team has done. You know, our offense has been the best in the league, top 10 in the country. Our defense has steadily grown throughout the whole course of the year, and even our defense has been, you know, top 30 in the country. But for us, it's more about the connectivity. We have to continue to play together. When we play together, I don't think there's a better offensive team in the country. When we defend together, I don't think there's a team in the country that can defend and score the way that we can. And really just being true to ourselves. And when we've been true to ourselves, I feel we're as good as anybody. I feel we can be right there. Just need to keep developing that edge. Playing 3 games in 6 days is it's a crucial time. You know, it's a big mental toughness time because you're not able to practice when you're playing 3 games in 6 days. It's a lot of film, individual work, and mental preparation for the game. And when you have quick turnarounds, you need to make sure your body's recovered, your mind is there, and it's a big test for our team.
Some home cooking may just be what the Blue Devils need. Halfway through league play, and Duke has played 6 of their first 10 conference games on the road. They currently sit at 7-3, just a game out of first in the ACC race, with still 10 games to go. Tonight, Jon Scheyer's group will host Notre Dame. A second date with the Irish after a 67-59 win in South Bend last month. A game that saw Mark Mitchell go for 23 points and 14 rebounds. Both career highs, a performance begging for an encore tonight in front of the Crazies. Here's Shrewsbury across midcourt, trying to drive on Proctor, dribbled off his own knee, and McCain has it. 3-on-2, into the paint through a double team, off the window and down. Back up top, Proctor will launch, and it rimmed out. Mitchell, an offensive rebound, right back up and in. Go to the right of McCain, and now Young catches at the top of the key. A handoff for Caleb Foster, a driving lane, a scoop and a score. McCain to the right, Foster driving the baseline, cut off by Booth, pulls up and scores. 12 straight. and it's 15-5. Here's Konechny trying to drive into the paint, scoop it up. Oh, blocked by Stewart. Proctor saved it to Flip, and here we go, 4-on-3 the other way. Lob it to Stewart to throw it down. Cameron in a frenzy, and the lead is 12. Flip the offensive rebound. A kick out for Foster. He'll reload and knock it down. 17 straight. Notre Dame hasn't scored in 8 minutes. Across midcourt comes Tyrese Proctor. Beat into the paint, scoop it up, and got the roll. Tyrese with his first field goal, and the lead is 13, 26-13 with 5:38 to play in the half. Top of the key, a crossover, got loose to Shrewsbury. Back to the right, Proctor a three. Good. Tyrese Proctor knocks down a deep one, his 31st of the season. Proctor in the right corner, 15 feet out, didn't shoot. Instead, inside for Young, who lays it off the window for two. Flip back out there, starters back out there. McCain going to try to start it with a three, and he does on the right. Jared McCain knocks down his first three of the evening, and just like that, the lead back to 11. Roach on the right, probing on the baseline, got airborne, found a cutter, and McCain into the chest of Shrewsbury, flipped it up, somehow it went. My goodness. See if he can get them on their feet. Into the paint, scoop it with the right-handed in. His first points in the second half, couldn't hit it. Offensive rebound, Stewart, put it back up, didn't get the roll. Tap follow, good for Flip. Curling to the free throw line, knocked loose by Foster. And a run out for Caleb, and he'll dunk it down with two hands. Reese probing back for Stewart in the paint. Going to work on Booth, rises up and scores. As good as a post move as we've seen from Sean Stewart. Looks to the right corner, there's Roach. Drives inside on Roper, all the way to the hoop, put it off the window and down. Filipowski up top, whips one inside for Mitchell. What a pass, and a two-hand stuff. It was a 17-0 run that really gave them the separation they needed. And in the end, they win it by 18. 71-53, the final score.
One, I just want to thank our crowd. I thought sometimes these 9 o'clock games, they're not easy, past people's bedtimes. And our crowd, every game this year, they've showed out in a big way. And for me, I just thought it was a great team effort. Really good response. To hold them to 33%. I think that's tied our season low for an opposing team. Bunch of different guys stepped up. I thought the bench gave good energy, good minutes. We're going to need more of that. And it was a good win. I thought it was great to get a win without necessarily playing our best on offense. And credit them with some of that. And then I thought we also missed some shots. But great to get our 8th conference win, 17 overall. And we got to keep building.